This video is all about speed archery. I'm going to be showing you my process of relearning this technique, and I'm going to be sharing tips and tricks throughout the whole video so you're able to learn as well. Let's get into it. So these are some clips from over 5 years ago where I was doing fast reloading and speed archery. And since then, I kind of stopped practicing it. But now I got an itch to do it again. So I'm gonna go back to the basics and relearn how to do speed archery. We're gonna see how many discs we can do. We're gonna start with one. That's one. We're gonna do two now. See if we make it quicker. Here we go. Let's give it a go with three. How's it going today? I'm going to show you a little bit of speed shooting. We're going to go into the equipment. Now I will show you a way how to do this with a right-handed bow, but the most typical way is shooting on the other side of the bow. So if you're right-handed, shooting a left-handed bow and vice versa. But you know, speed shooting is getting pretty popular. I like playing around with it here and there, but I'm kind of show you the process of how I go about it. You know, I don't practice it that much, practice it here and there. It's been around for quite a while. It's real popular with the horse archers. And then there's like the super fast shooting where, you know, Lars made that real popular. He's pretty much the king on that. But I'll show you kind of my process on how I do things. You could use normal arrows. They are, you know, horse archery nocks. There's different types of ways you fletch it. I see them fletch it like way forward. But you can do this with the normal arrow. And what you do, you kind of play around with it, and you want to kind of have it rested on your hand, kind of pressed against your palm there, and then you're just going to kind of use your hand as a guide, and you're going to, like, you'll feel that click. So first thing you want to do is just practice that motion there. And we're knocking on the right side of the bow. So pretty much you can go like that. And you could do kind of a Slavic draw. Once you get that knocked, shoot. And you could do that with normal arrows. I noticed like two fletch kind of works too. Might work better with stacking on the hand. Using this Kodiak Super Magnum, and I love it. It's at 45 pounds, I believe. Yeah, typically people use the horse bows, but I kind of like having a shelf, and I really like how this is. I do play with horse bows here and there. I like them. They're pretty, I mean, for the speed shooting, it's probably better. But I like kind of using what I'm used to. I feel like it's a little more accurate downrange. So, you know, like a lot of times you'll see the videos, it's like you can't even see the target they're hitting. You're just going for straight speed. So that's the first motion. Just like basically just learn how to get that thing knocked on there. And then once you go from there, you can start with like two and go that motion. So you just want to, you can kind of hold it in your hand however you like. You got to play around with it and see what you feel like. You know, you go slow. I like to hit the riser first, then knock it. You'll feel that click. Pull back, shoot, come back again, shoot. Try it again. Oh, that's a good one too. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, which is like, I'm not drawing back hard. I'm just trying to get it going. After looking at the footage, I figured I could do it a little bit quicker. That'll work. I see horse archers do all kinds of modifications to their quiver, to their arrow. If you want to use a normal arrow, I'd recommend just buying some regular nocks, some extra nocks. And what you can do is take a flathead screwdriver and just kind of pry it a little bit apart, spread it out. Now the horse nocks are going to be wider, but if you want to do like a DIY kind of deal, you could spread them out where it's easier to load. So I don't know if you could see this. So that's the difference between a nock. It's almost twice as wide as a regular. So from there, easier to nock. So yeah, definitely easier. There's definitely other ways. There is knockless shooting where you don't shoot a knock. I'm not a huge fan of that just because the arrow flight's pretty wacky. If you're trying to get speed, it's the way to go. But with speed, you lose accuracy. With the multiple arrows, the more you hold, pretty much the less accurate you're gonna be. I don't wanna be too picky on this one. We're just gonna give it a go. See how we do. All right. Got 2 out of 4 bullseyes. Not too bad. I'm not trying to get a bullseye, but messed up on the last knock. All right. Whew. God, that was so sloppy. All right. Here we go. So you can play around with different draws. Like, I guess what you call, mine is Slavic, which you're kind of putting a finger on that. So you can bounce around, do whatever. You could also use thumb draw too if you're shooting single arrow. You use 3 or 4 fingers here, but you're keeping one in there so you can keep control of the arrow, kind of like a downwards to the side pressure. And then, you know, you're using these bottom fingers to draw back. So you can play around. Definitely the faster you go, with especially with the multiple arrows in hand, the sloppier you will get, for sure. Like, I would definitely be very cautious. Whenever you start playing around, you could always like shoot into the ground first and just get used to that motion. So yeah, obviously your accuracy is gonna go way downhill. Definitely when it's farther, take your time, make sure you got a good shot, and then, you know, pull back all the way, shoot. But if I'm just going for straight speed, just shoot as fast as you can, man. Let it rip. I'm stacking arrows, but it's not a far target. We're gonna do 2. And then once you get used to it, you can start playing around with more arrows. You know, I like, you know, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But once you do that, you can go a little bit faster. Get used to it. Sure. You can play around with all kinds of shots, man. Now we're gonna do, you know, you see most people do it off the right side. We're gonna do left side, but we're gonna do 2 rights, then a left. So like a weird transition, kind of like the gun, like an action scene where they turn the gun sideways or whatever. Also, if you're shopping for these products like Bear Archery, Trophy Ridge, Sick Broadheads, go to the website, use the code JamesGene and receive 15% off your purchase, save you a little money. I'll have the link in the description. This is a Bear Firebird. Now I cut the top parts off of it, and I kind of use it because it's ambidextrous and I wanted to do that little flopping shot. So what I found is like you could turn it sideways like this and go over. It takes a little bit of trickiness to do it. A little bit weirder, but you could do that with your regular arrows. And then you could also do like multiple. Do the flop. So here we go. I like that. I'll take that. I want to try 4 the wacky way. All right. Here we go. That's funny. This one's wacky patacky. I have to use a knock a weird way with the other side. All right, here we go. That's funny. There we go. So at first, just start with 1. And I think the best way to shooting is like kind of like the horse archers, where they're doing 1 arrow in your hand at a time out of the quiver. You know, sometimes with the hand it's good, but sometimes you're going to torque your bow or whatever. I'm happy with that one. and then have another one knocked and ready to go. But yeah, you can just get used to that motion. So I made this one, and it's essentially like a Texas Star. It only has 4 though. Texas Star has 5. But you put these discs on here. Same discs you use on the metal plates here. We'll try the floppy one first. Yeah, but it takes some practice. You know, you play around with it about 15 minutes, you kind of got the hang of it, and then if you practice more and more, you get more accurate and consistent. Like at first, it's real sloppy. Here we go. That's it. Oh. We'll go with that. As you can see lately with the videos, I've been doing more kind of like a vlog style, the like behind the scenes process of this stuff. I am showing you every take. So that's how many tries it takes. You know, sometimes I'll do it again to perfect it or whatever. And then sometimes it's like what we're about to see. The wind is just awful. And these are foam disc throwers, and it throws really good. But on a windy day, it'll throw them things out of the way, which doesn't really bother me too much, except I'm filming and I want it in a certain area, especially with the vertical video. You only got so much left and right room. Well, the plan is to try to hit 2 in the disc before it hits the ground. Should get 2 shots off. I want to do 3 again. I did like a hand thrown one, but I haven't done it in a while, and it's really windy. So this disc ain't flying the great in the wind. I mean, it does pretty good, but it could do better. Okay, so I hit it the first time and it didn't stick in it. If I wasn't lazy, I would go switch these blunt tips for some pointy tips so it'd stick in there. Let's try to get it again. Oh, I hit the thing. It didn't stick in it. Quit wind, please. That's how you do it. Let's see if that works. I'm just gonna try a little bit more, see if I can't get it. All right, let's see. That's pretty good. 2 in a row. I got the outside bands. I'm just gonna try it a little bit more since the wind's kind of calmed down just a bit. That one kind of skirted off to the side, huh? So. Oh, I nicked it. Let's see. Oh, I hit it again. I think I'm over leading it. There we go. That felt like it was good. I don't know if you can see, but there's a truck down there I had to go load up with hay. But they're about to head out. But yeah, went and loaded them up, and now I'm back, and even went and got my arrows. So We've got a fresh new start, so let's give it a go. We're gonna hit it, do a 360 and hit it again. I'm watching the wind here. It's blowing at my face right now. I don't want it to blow up my face that much. All right, we'll give it a try. Nope. It's not blowing super duper hard at the moment. Oh, now it is. I don't know, we'll give it a try. Ah, oh, that was nice. It did not stick. And now the wind's back again. I'm gonna move the wind marker over here so I can see it better where I don't have to turn over my shoulder. All right, that's better. I can see it better now. Right now it's telling me don't do it. It's gonna hit you in the face. Give it a go. That's how you do it. Yes, sir. I got my other bow now. Now we're gonna do the flip-flop shot. It's blowing a little bit to the right though. It could be good. We'll give it a go. Nope. Bad thing about filming shots is if it's not on camera, it didn't happen. Got to do it again. So that's what we're here. Oh. Oh, come on. I'm gonna swap to this one. Seems to stick in it better. All right. Bad throw. Golly, did it again. Jeez, that thing about landed at y'all. I don't know what to do. I need to just quit blowing. Time lapse. Here we go. All right, I'm just gonna push this thing back. I'm gonna get these discs that flew over here. We'll go with that. We'll just roll with it. We'll just roll with it. Okay. Here we go. Oh God, I didn't want that. No. I'm gonna push it this way. Nope. Crap, keeps hitting that camera. This wind's killing me. All right, die down wind. Die down wind. Time lapse. Ah, it's too close after the second shot. This wind. All right, now the wind's doing better. I want to be able to get that consistent. It's impossible. I don't want to do that. It's either too right or not right enough. Oh no. Done got whacked by it. Assaulted by a disc. Death by disc. Ah, I whacked my arrow. And there's a bullseye too. Jeez. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. What? I guess I'll take that. So as you can see today, a lot of pain and suffering went into that trick shot. Not necessarily hard trick shot, but the wind just makes it that much harder. But so far it's a lot of fun and I enjoy it. But until next time, see you then.